Issues have cropped up when identifying an investor to construct a 300 megawatt combined cycle power plant in Kerawalapitia. The plant is to be converted into a liquid natural gas power station after 3 years of its construction, while a third party will be required to provide the LNG for the plant.
Bids had been called for the construction of a 300 megawatt combined cycle power plant at Kerawalapitia on BOOT basis. The plan is to convert the plant into an LNG power plant after running it for 3 years as a diesel power plant. The Technical Evaluation Committee had written to the Cabinet-appointed Procurement Committee with several issues that have been raised by the bidders. The main issue, among others, is that the LNG for the plant will have to be provided by a third party. There are issues when deciding the timeline of when the LNG will be available. Minister Ranjit Siyambalapitia and myself produced a cabinet paper to obtain approval to construct a LNG terminal in the Kerawalapitia area. This had the signature of Minister Arjuna Ranatunga as well. Thereby, we will take steps to provide the country with the terminal, which is owned by the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation, the CEB and the Ports Authority, together with an investor. The investments in the LNG sector will be carried out by the Petroleum Corporation and the CEB in the future. Meanwhile, Dr. Suren Batagoda, the Secretary to the Ministry of Power and Renewable Energy, who is also a member of the Cabinet-appointed Procurement Committee, has written a letter in this regard to the Chairman of the Ceylon Electricity Board. The letter states that the government is currently in the process of selecting a developer for the LNG terminal and a regasification plant. The letter further states that the government is certain that gas will be available to operate the Kerawalapitia proposed combined cycle power plant from the third year onward. Dr. Batagoda has asked that the prospective bidders be informed of this matter. We are going ahead with the plan. We have solutions to all the challenges we have before us. There is no reason to panic. We have called for tenders and a number of countries have joined us in this matter. However, experts in the energy sector point out that the cost involved in the process will be high when two parties are to initiate the project. When this is broken down into two, the combined cycle power plant will be one company and the company that will provide the gas will be another group. When that happens, you cannot receive the correct price. This is a weak mechanism. When they try to call bids for the combined cycle power plant and when they try to settle the amounts, there will be questions on where the LNG will be coming from. They now have to call for bids in parallel. There is a practical issue as to whether we will be able to calculate the real amount of this project when this is broken down into two. The value of the complete investment stood over $3,700 million. Certain private companies pledged before the president to do this investment and to fulfill the electricity requirement of the country. They also promised to generate electricity at a lower cost or at a cost that is 1/4 of the current price. But the current secretary to the Ministry of Power is obstructing this. While obstructing these efforts, Suren Batagoda is trying to spend over 6 billion rupees for a small power plant that can generate only 30 megawatts of power. This is a serious situation. Sri Lanka is moving into a power crisis in Asia. We are paying more than $10 for 1 metric ton of coal due to the actions of Suren Batagoda. The chairman of the CEB recently stated that there is a need to increase electricity bills as the result of this. If the LNG power plant is also constructed according to the whims of the Secretary of Power, there will be a need to increase the prices once again. There were 3 companies who came forward to invest in this sector in 2016 alone. Suren Batagoda stopped all of it from happening. He is trying to carry out scams in the diesel power industry, similar to what was done through coal power generation as well. He is trying to rob the people's money.
මේ රටේ ජනතාවගේ විදුලි පාරිභෝගිකයාගේ මඩිය තමන්ගේ සාක්කුවට දමා ගැනීමේ ව්‍යාපෘතියකට